Hi everyone and welcome back to How Lovely. So today I decided to show you how to make delicious raspberry ice cream mochis. So it's my first time trying to make mochis and the result was very delicious. So let's start with the ingredients. You will need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 160 grams of sweet glutinous rice flour, so it's mochis rice flour. This is the one that I use. You can find it in your local Asian market. Then you will need 236 milliliters of water and 60 grams of granulated sugar, food coloring, here is red food coloring, and ice cream. We are going to start by scooping the ice cream into paper cups. To make it easier, you can start by dipping your ice cream spoon in some warm water, so it will be easier to make nice and smooth balls. Try not to make too big balls because you see later in the video I made the balls that I made were a little bit too big, so I needed to remove some of the ice cream, so I tried to make medium-sized balls. Now you can put them in the freezer for about 1 hour. Now take a casserole with a little bit of water and a metal steamer and start heating the water. Then in a bowl, mix the rice flour and the water. If you want, you can also add now, at this stage, you can add the food coloring, but I added it later. But I regretted this decision because it's better to add the food coloring now. So yeah, maybe add it now, not later like me. Now you can put your mixture in the steamer. And cover. So I covered with a tablecloth, because when you have the water drops, they come out and then they go back to the mixture, so we don't want the extra water, so cover with the cloth. After about 30 minutes you can remove it from the fire, and you can start seeing the texture becoming a little bit gelatinous. Now take another casserole and pour your mixture in it. It's really hard to work with. Then pour the sugar, and don't do like me, pour all the sugar in the casserole, not next to the casserole. Then add the food coloring and mix. So it's very hard to mix it because it's very jelly. Then after about 10 minutes you can remove it from the stove, and then take a parchment paper and put it on your workplace and tape it with some tape. Then take your cornstarch, put it everywhere so it doesn't stick to the table. Be careful because it's a little bit hot, so try not to touch it directly with your hands. You can be generous with the cornstarch because it's very, very sticky. Actually, here I cannot see it, but believe me, it was very messy. I had cornstarch everywhere. Now you can flatten your dough with the baking roll. And don't forget to put cornstarch on top of it because it will, otherwise it will stick. Then transfer everything, your dough, on a baking tray and let it cool because it was a little bit warm, and since you're going to put ice cream in it, we don't want it to be warm. So now we have our mochi dough, we have our ice cream, and I cutted some squares with some plastic foil so we can seal the mochis when you want them to take them back to the fridge. So start by cutting round circle on your dough. So I changed the size of the round circle because it wasn't too big. So take a medium one. And be careful because when you're going to make the circles, you're going to have extra dough, but you cannot reuse this dough. You just can eat it actually, but you cannot reuse it to make another mochi balls. So when you take off the extra cornstarch and put the plastic foil on a small bowl, and put the foil, as you can see in the video, and put the ice cream inside. So here, as you can see, the ice cream balls that I made were too big, so I had to remove some of them. Some of it, yes. So I removed a little bit of ice cream so I can seal actually the balls. Just take one by one and then place, when you finish it, place it on another mold and put it back in the fridge because it will, see, it started melting. So just take one ice cream balls at a time. Then let them freeze for 1 to 2 hours, and here you have it, a delicious mochi. So you can make it with vanilla, with pistachio. We can make it with basically every type of ice cream that you know. Just have to change the color of the food coloring, or maybe you can also let it without food coloring. You will see you will love it. It's very, very delicious. It was the first time that I did them, and wow. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. Bye bye.